Hi everyone, the following video contains everything I know about stamping, all about different types of image plates, different brands, different prices, polishes that you can use, scrapers, and of course the techniques that you can use for stamping. I originally uploaded this on my old channel, but I thought I should upload it again on my new channel so that my new subscribers can find it easily, especially as in the future I will be doing more stamping tutorials and it'll be much easier for me to send you to this video if it's on this channel. When I filmed this video I just went through the whole process, so it ended up being really long. It was like over an hour. So I edited the crap out of it and I've managed to get it down to 33 minutes. It's still really long, but it's a comprehensive guide to everything you need to know if you want to learn how to do stamping, and I'm teaching you how to do it, so that's why it's so long. If you don't want to watch it, that's fine, go away, but if you do, sit back, relax, probably get a cup of tea like I said, and just enjoy half an hour of me talking to you. If there's anything else you need to know, anything I haven't covered, just ask me in the comments. I hope you enjoy the video. These are all my different image plates. I have to apologise, you can see the light there and the other light there. Let me take you through. These are my Konad plates. Some of them, 3 of them were random on eBay, but the rest I bought specifically because I loved them, and these are my 2 most favourite plates ever. I use them the most. They were absolutely worth the money. They cost me about £7 each, which is a lot of money. This one is M57, and there's my camera in the background. And this one is M60, and this one is my all-time favourite plate. You can see the scratches on it, I've used it so much. And this paisley design is just so beautiful. The flowers are really handy, I love the stripes. This one I did pick because it is such a handy plate to have. You've got basic flowers, bows, stars, hearts, is it hearts, flowers. This is plate M3. Absolutely brilliant. Now let me show you my cheapest plates. My cheapest ones are this set from eBay. They appear online quite a lot, and sometimes they have a brand name and sometimes they don't. I bought them under the name GCOCL, but sometimes they don't even have a brand name. And this is the brand that does the Hello Kitty image. Do you see? I bought this set for the Hello Kitty plate because I knew I'd be making videos and people would be requesting it. And I thought it would just be handy to have all of the rest of these. If you look at that Hello Kitty and you look at the size of my nail, I really wish it was smaller. It's so hard to get that on my nail. If she was just a tiny bit smaller, it would be so much better for me. But what I wanted to show you is the bow. Now look at the bow. Do you see in the middle? These 2 bows, and then compare that to my Konad plate. The bows on here, if it will focus, have a lot more detail in the design. You can see the little creases in the centre, whereas the bows on the cheap plate look really bad. You can hardly see any detail at all, and this is the difference. This is the difference between buying expensive plates and cheap plates. You really do get what you pay for. So it's up to you how much money you want to spend on your favourite thing. So personally, I think it's worth spending extra money on getting really good quality flowers, bows and stars, because you're going to use them over and over again. But it's totally fine for me to have a really cheap plate with Christmas trees on because I'm hardly ever going to use it. So hang on, focus. It's not focusing. There we go. Christmas trees and things. I don't mind that these aren't that great at stamping because I'm not going to use them very often. But again, look at the size of that. I can't fit it on my nail. These cheap plates, which you get on eBay, I think you get them on bornprettystore.com. I don't know. I've never used them. I don't know if they're any good. But they're all octagonal and they don't have any kind of backing on them. So they're quite sharp. Konad plates always have backing on them to stop you from cutting yourself, and these don't. The images aren't very crisp and then many of them don't stamp very well. My Hello Kitty plate, 80% of the time her chin doesn't stamp properly and it's really annoying. So, you know, they're great for a start out. If you just want to buy some cheap plates, they're good. This is the second set of bundlemonster plates. bundlemonster have made 2 sets so far, and this is the second set of 25 plates. I bought them on Amazon America. It cost about £18 altogether, including postage to the UK, so that was amazing because of 25. When I compare them to these really cheap GCOCL plates, the quality is so much better. They're about the same price, but they're much, much better quality. They all have a backing on them, so they don't cut your hands. The images have a lot of detail, not as much as Konad, but a lot more than those octagonal plates have. There's a good variety of designs. There are a few issues with these plates. I do have some tarnishing on one of them, which happened as soon as I bought it. I didn't even do that. And some of the images don't stamp as well as I would like them to. Sometimes there's little gaps. And also a few of the plates don't seem to be etched as deeply as Konad plates are. So you're not getting Konad quality with the bundlemonster plates. You're getting almost Konad quality. If Konad was 10 out of 10, I would give bundlemonster 8 out of 10. I love this one. They're pretty damn good and they are amazing for the price, but they're not the best on the market. Everybody should get them though. I do think they are fantastic. I am quite annoyed there's a lot of these French tip designs because I can't do anything with them and they're really hard to line up now. This is plate 223. I don't know if you can see, but at the top of this design it's kind of going a bit rusty. I've never used this design. That is not nail polish. And I've even tried to clean it with remover. It doesn't come off. Now you see you wouldn't get that on Konad. Konad are better quality. Okay, let's talk about scrapers. I used to have 4, but I think I seem to have thrown one away. So now I only have 3. These are both Konad, the Konad metal scraper and the plastic scraper, and then I've got a store card. When I bought this set of these plates, there was a scraper in with it like this, but it was metal with a completely straight metal blade, and it was absolutely useless. This is the reason why. This is a Konad scraper. And if you can see, it has a slightly curved metal blade. Can you see it's ever so slightly curved? The curve allows you to press on the plate and even under pressure scrape away all of the polish. With the cheap scraper I used to have, this blade was completely straight. It had no curve at all. And it meant when I scraped the polish off, most of it was left on the plate and the image wasn't clean. So that scraper was terrible and I threw it away almost immediately. If you're having problems with stamping, it could be the scraper. So the Konad metal scraper is fantastic. However, look what it has done to my all-time favourite plate. Can you see? You see all the scratches? Oh my god. And I don't know, that just makes me sad. I don't like it when it scratches the plates. You can see, on Hello Kitty how scratched that plate is. Now I think after a while you're going to end up damaging the images. Personally, that's what I think. A lot of people will probably disagree and they'll think that there's no problem at all and they'll keep using the metal scraper, and that's totally cool, but personally I think it damages the plates. So I stopped using the metal scraper, even though it is extremely good, and I started to use a store card, which I clearly couldn't be bothered to clean. Yes, and I cut it. It's an IKEA family card, and I cut the edges off so that it was a nice manageable shape. Now this works really well. Oh, there's a fan in the background. It works really well because you can apply pressure and bend the plastic to just the right angle to scrape the polish off properly. However, a lot of the time it's hard to get that angle right. So I was still having problems with this. And then someone was talking about Konad doing a plastic scraper. I found it on eBay UK, it cost me £3. Is it here? It has a pretty straight blade, but because it's plastic it bends a little bit, just a little bit. I have used it on my Konad plates, my bundlemonster plates. It has done a perfect job. Because it's cut in this way, I can put my thumb on and apply pressure perfectly. Whereas with the store card, I kept applying pressure in the wrong place and getting it wrong. It's also much cleaner. The polish is only here, whereas on the store card it's all over it. So personally, this is my absolute favourite. And because it's plastic, it is not damaging your plates at all. I would totally recommend this. Or if not, try using a credit card or a store card, something you don't mind destroying, because it is going to get covered in nail polish, and nail polish remover actually melts the magnetic band on the back. You see it's melted off? So it has to be a card you don't mind ruining. Let's move on to the stampers. This stamper is the only good thing really that came out of this set. I love it. I started out just buying this one. This is the Konad double-ended stamper. You have a big pink end, like this, for the larger full image designs. And then you've got this itty bitty little green one, which is excellent. This is so good when you want to pick up something like a flower. It is exactly the right size. So you can pick it up easily without missing it. And then you have a lot more control when you're rolling it onto the nail. I really, really love the green side, but I was having a lot of problems with this side. It's not quite flexible enough. And when I was trying to put big images on my nails, I wasn't able to rock it and roll it in the right motion. And it was kind of annoying me. People online were saying that a smaller stamper like this gives you a lot more control. You can hold it much further down and you can manipulate it better. So I bought it in this set with these. This isn't Konad, this is a fake Konad. I took a nail file, I filed off the top so that the polish would stick to it better, and it is absolutely excellent. It is much better than the Konad. I find that I have a lot more control and I can put things just where I want them. So I really, really love this little guy. If you can only afford one, I would recommend getting the little one. If you can afford two, get the big one so that you have this green end, which is super useful for little icons you want to place on your nails. The final thing, oh my god, I'm losing my voice, is special polishes. I've been asked this about 3 times in the last week. Special polishes, do you need them? Can you use regular polish? Well, I bought 5 mini Konad polishes and I thought that these would be kind of a trial run to see if I liked using them. And that was a really good idea. I'm so glad I didn't buy the full bottles of Konad polish because I really don't like it. For starters, this is the white one. It smells just like whiteout fluid or Tipex, and that instantly seems a bit dodgy. I mean, what the hell am I putting on my nails? All special polishes for stamping are very thick and very goopy and are not like regular nail polish. If you try to use them on your nails as a regular nail polish, it's just never going to dry because it's such a weird formula. And this formula is perfect for stamping. The problem is with these special polishes, one, you're very limited to the colours you happen to have bought. It's much nicer to be able to use your regular nail polish collection. And two, the second you put top coat on, they streak. They streak so badly. The amount of times I ruined the designs I had done when I started out, I mean, it just made me so mad. The only top coats that don't streak these Konad polishes, or any other special polish, are the Konad top coat, which takes a really long time to dry, or Seche Vite. Now Seche Vite is fine, it works really well with these special polishes. I use it in my tutorials sometimes, but I have two different issues with Seche Vite. First of all, it contains toluene, which isn't a very good chemical. It's not good for your health. And secondly, whenever I put Seche Vite on my nails, it instantly kind of, after about an hour, it shrinks back a bit and all my nail polish chips off the ends after like an hour. It's so annoying, so I've stopped using Seche Vite. And that means all these polishes are useless because I don't have a top coat anymore that will work with them. So I much prefer finding regular nail polishes that will work instead of these Konad polishes. Here are a few that do. This Nails Inc St John's Wood is a gorgeous chalky purple. It looks a lot like Spontaneous by China Glaze or a Grape Fit by OPI, but it's quite thick and chalky, and that again makes it great for stamping. I used it in my simple wavy bundlemonster design a few weeks ago. Other ones that are good, this is the best black I've ever used, Wet n Wild Wild Shine in black cream. I had to buy this on eBay. A lot of people have said it was great for stamping, and they're right. It is absolutely excellent. It gives you a really solid black finish. I'll show you that later. Other ones, well, I watched a video by Dandy Nails, and she had a video about polishes that work for stamping, and she had the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. Now, I have seen So Guess What 11 and Dandy Nails using these for stamping and saying they were amazing, but I couldn't get them in England and it was really annoying. I did find someone on eBay who sold them, but they ended up being £5 each, and I was a bit hesitant to spend the money on them in case they didn't work. So I watched Dandy Nails' video. She used all of these. She showed the results. It looked really good. So I've got Whirlwind White. So Guess What 11 uses that all the time. It always looks amazing. I've got Brisk Blue and Lightning. I haven't tried them yet. I'm going to try them for the first time today. But because they're a thick, creamy formula, they should be really good for stamping. And I would much rather have one of these, which I can also paint my nails with, than spend £5 on one of these, which is tiny compared to it, which I can't paint my nails with. Okay, let's start out with some zebra print from Konad plate M57. I'm going to print it onto my white nails with both Konad black and then the Wet n Wild Wild Shine black cream. Before we start, there is one thing I want to show you, and that is how to hold the scraper when you scrape the polish off the image. Now, if you hold it at a 90-degree angle like this and scrape the polish off the image, what you're actually doing is taking way too much polish out of the image, and you end up with quite a thin design on the nail. If you hold the scraper like this, as flat as you can, and scrape across, you end up leaving a lot more polish in the gaps, and you get a much deeper colour on the nail when you stamp it on. I always hold my scraper as flat as I can to leave as much polish in the grooves as I can. If you hold it like this, you're just going to scrape way too much polish out, and you're going to end up with a not very good image on the nail. I'm going to be using my single stamper. I always use this when I'm doing full image designs. You can't see what the hell you're doing when you're doing it like that. The best way is always to make kind of like a claw with your hand, hold the image up to your nail, line it up, and then roll both your finger and the stamper, roll both of them, and then come away. And support your finger with your thumb as well, and always do it like that. That is the Konad black. And this brings me to cleanup. Where is my... oh yeah. I actually showed you this in another video. This is a crocodile clip on a stick. This comes in a set of chalks that I have for card making. And what I do, so you should be able to get it in a craft store or maybe online. Type in like crocodile clip or something. I get a bit of cotton wool and I put it in the jaws of the crocodile clip. I get my polish remover. Do not use a moisturising one, it'll leave oil on your plate and you don't want that. So I get my polish remover and just take a little itty bit. I'm using Sally Hansen acetone free. If you're interested, it's pretty good, but it's not great. And then it means I can hold my cotton wool and clean my image. Clean it after every design, every nail. You always clean it like that. And I'm ready to go for the next design. Let's try it with the Wet n Wild Shine Black Cream. Well, I've missed the corner off that one, but never mind. See if I can roll it on. Ooh. Now you see there's the difference. Can you see? The Wet n Wild has kind of jumped a little bit. So I've ended up